We are facing our fears today. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Jordan Joanne with another video. I don't know if you remember my last video, I said that one of my fears was water. I was afraid to jump in the deep end when I know how to swim. Crazy, right? So a lot of times in life, we are capable of doing things, but we don't do them because of fear. I was afraid that people will look at me crazy. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. People might not accept this or that. That's the same thing with your fear that you may have. You haven't started yet because you don't think you're ready. You don't think people are gonna like it. There will always be people that are gonna like your idea and people that are not gonna like your idea. You just have to accept that and start doing what you want to do. So today I'm gonna go ahead and overcome this fear. I'm gonna jump into the water, and I expect you guys to do the same. Is a very special day because today we are going to face our fears. Okay, so today we're facing our fears. A lot of people are unsuccessful because they haven't gotten over the fear of failure and rejection. Well, what does that look like, Jordan? I'll show you. So that's what that looks like. A lot of negative thoughts, but the thing is, this channel is nothing but positivity. So all those negative thoughts, pew, 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 pew. Get them things out of here. Okay, I have 3 tips. 3 for the best ways to get over your fear. Tip number 1, don't be afraid to fail, okay? Failure is a part of growth. Failure is what leads you to success. Failure is the only way to success. There's not one successful person out here who has not failed. And I challenge you to go find just one person that's successful and ask them how many times they failed. And then I want you to come back and tell me how many times they told you they failed. Count them on their fingers. They might not even be able to count on their fingers how many times they failed. It's a part of the process. So when you're going into your new idea maybe, or you're going into a new business, or you're going into just any fear that you have that you haven't started yet because of all those negative thoughts that you be having, don't be afraid to fail, okay? Life is a trampoline effect. The lower you go down, the lower you bouncing, the higher you finna jump. Okay, so this thing called life, trampoline. You gonna fail, you gonna fail. But after that, it's nothing but up. The only way to go is up. And that's the higher you jump. So you gotta fail, and it's okay to fail. You just gotta get out there and try it. Tip number 2. You actually have to do it. That's tip number 2. You have to get out there and do it. And it's like, oh, Jordan, it's easier said than done. No, it's actually easier done than said. Maybe I said that wrong, but basically what I'm trying to say is every year, every new beginning, whatever, we always be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna overcome this fear. I'm gonna set this list of goals. I'm gonna just finish all of them the first month, and then 6 months go by and you haven't even touched it. No. Tip number two is to just do it. You have to do it. You have to have a plan of action. Like, there's always people that's out here talking about what they're gonna do, talking about the plans they have, and it sounds so good. I really congratulate you guys for saying that. But I'm not gonna be satisfied till I actually see, and you shouldn't be satisfied with yourself till you actually see you actually doing it. So you have to have a plan of action, whatever the case may be. If you have a new idea, new business idea, or new anything, I don't know, it could be anything that's new, and you don't have a plan of action, and what are you doing? Because if you're not starting today, you're not going to start. If you're not starting this week, you're not going to start. It's going to be months later, years later, and you're going to look back and say, I wish I did. Just like with this YouTube channel, and I've told my friends this, I've always said, oh, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that, or I'm going to try this, and I never did it. Now look at me. I decided to push all that rejection and fear out the way. Oh, you like that? Rejection and fear. Yeah, I'm weird. Push that out the way and just start. Like, if I fail, I'm gonna learn from it. You just gotta start. You just have to start. That's really advice number 2, is to just start. So tip number 3 is really easy. Repetition. My fear was, you know, jumping into deep end, jumping in the water that I can't stand in. My previous video, I told a story about me jumping into a spring, and that was the first time you jump into any kind of deep end. And that day I was like, okay, I faced it, you know, but the real progress, I think, is you repetitively doing it, you know, repetitiously doing it, if I said that right. Just continuing so that you can be comfortable. The idea is that you want to be comfortable in what you're doing. So that's why earlier I jumped into the pool. I went in there and I jumped to the deep end. That was actually my very first time jumping into the deep end. Okay, so if I'm being 100% honest, I have never did a cannonball until this video, ever. So this was truly a first time experience. What I would say is that it was awesome and I would do it again. And that's just like, you might, whatever you're afraid of, you don't know if you're gonna like it or not, or you don't know how it's going to be, so the only way to find out is to do it. From this experience, I would definitely say I would do it again. I jumped in there and I went to the bottom. I'm like, okay, so I'm not going to swim back up. I know how to swim, right? I'm not going to, you know, drown. That's good. And then I swam back up and it was so much fun. So, yes, that was awesome. I've never did that before, into the pool, and it was a great experience. I would do it again. But this is me practicing that repetition, that continuing doing it. And I'm probably going to do it again later, just because I want to be so comfortable where somebody can push me, I'm going to lean it like this. And what? And I'm falling. I'm still falling. And I'm still falling. Ooh. I want to be comfortable. Or if you're afraid of doing something, you should want to do it multiple times so that you are comfortable. That is tip number 3. So those are my 3 tips, real easy, real short and quick, but that is on how you can really face your fear or overcome them. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I'm still new and I would love your support. Bye.